Alrighty, hey, my name is Carmen Reed. I'm in the Northwoods Division. I'm out of the Fox Valley office. Today I'm going to be talking about recommendations from your parents. When I first started Cutco, I didn't really explain to them very well, what I was doing. I kind of just like, hey, I'm selling Cutco, I'm showing Cutco. Can I have some names and numbers? So obviously they're going to be on guard a little bit with that, just that they don't know anything about the job or what I do. So I went around it about it the wrong way the first time. I'm sure some of your parents are the same way. So then I was like, all right, Carmen, you need to come up with a plan on how to get some names and numbers from your parents, and explain why it's so important to you. So my dad, he's a businessman. He gives presentations in front of like hundreds, thousands of people. So he does lots of presentations. So I came up with an idea to make a PowerPoint and kind of present to him why Cutco is important and why how much it would help me out if he gave me some names and numbers and supported me through that way. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Alrighty, so kind of a background of this story. He came to my room. I called him. I'm like, hey, can you come up to my room? I need help with something quick. And then he's like, yeah, 1 second. And he came up. I was sitting in my chair with my laptop on my desk, and I whipped the chair around when he came in. I pushed it out and I stood up. I had like a dress, heels on. I flipped open my laptop, and I had this presentation up. So then right away he's like, what? He's like, what are you doing, Carmen? I was like, Scott. I'm like, this is why it is essential you help me out from the one and only Carmen Reed. So right away we're both laughing. Then I'm like, hey, it's beneficial for you. You will have bragging rights of having a daughter that is an All-American at the end of summer. 2, I will give you 5% of anything I make from the recommendations you give me. 3, this will be my Christmas present in advance. So at this point, we're both like giggling, laughing. And then beneficial for me, 1, it'll help me hit my SC2 goal, summer goal, and make me an All-American at the end of the summer. 2, I can make $4,500 in 2 weeks, and I could pay for the expenses with my engine car. I'm having some car problems right now. We're getting it fixed. Maybe even buy you a jet ski. He's been asking for a jet ski, or he's been talking about jet skis all the time. And then 3, save me time and stress, anxiety when I have no one left to call or talk to, and like a big push, like the SC2 push coming up. So then kind of I shared my why Cutco was so important, why I was doing what I was doing. So I'm like, Scott, I repeat, never been so motivated for anything in my life until Cutco. I want to prove to everyone, and myself, what I am capable of during the Super Bowl of Cutco next week. And then lastly, Cutco has changed my headspace, my mindset, in only a short month. And I'll keep that with me forever. So I can't imagine what kind of development and growth I'll be doing in the next 2 months. And then, I'm like, hey, I completely understand. He's a Packers fan, so I had to add in the Packers there. I'm like, I get it. We're butting heads over this conversation, this debate. But, maybe there are a few people you might be comfortable with me reaching out to, asking them if they want to set up a demo with me. Then I kind of explain the heads up text. I'm like, hey, you could text them first and be like, hey, would it be okay if my daughter reached out to you? She's been working with this company, kind of explain what I was doing, and reach out to them first. And then I'm like, I will try my hardest to make it the best part of their day. So then I looked up at him, and he's like, whose daughter are you? And then we both started laughing. He's like, I'm in. He's like, I'll give you some. So that was pretty awesome. Then I went to my mom's house, did the same thing with her, changed up. I had a different little presentation for her just because I had to tailor it to their personalities. But she gave me 43 recommendations. My dad is making a list right now. So just moral of the story, if you tell your parents, why you're doing it, tell them why it's important to you, and your goals and stuff like that, they're going to support you and they're going to want to help you. So this has been huge for me right before a big push like SC2. And that is all I've got. So thank you.